plane, so I could heal the pain quicker. 8-figure, just set way quicker. Maybe if I'ma go to date with ya.
Go, 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 shorty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a cause that's your birthday. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, get in the getting. When I pull up out front, you see the Benz on dub. When I roll 20 deep, it's always drama in the club. Now that I roll with Dre, everybody show me love. When you sell like Eminem, you get plenty of groupie love. Look, homie, ain't nothing changed. Roll down, G's up. I see exhibit in the cutting, man. Running, man. Watch how I move, you mistake before I play up. Been hit with a but I don't walk with a limp. In the hood, in the LA, they saying 50, you hot. They like me, I want them to love me like they love pop. But holla in New York, for show, they tell you I'm local. When the plan is to put the rap game in the choke. I'm fully focused, man. My money on my mind, got a meal out the deal, and I'm still in the grind. Now shorty says she feeling my style, she feeling my flow. A girl from Wooded, they ready to find me in the club. Full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. My flow, my show brought me to go. That brought me all my fancy things. My crib, my cars, my clothes, my jewels. Look, homie, I done came up and I ain't changing. You should love it way more than you hate it. Oh, you mad? I thought that you be happy I made it. I'm that cat by the bar to the good life. Moved out the hood, now you tryna pull me back, right? Hit the bumpin' in the club, it's on. I'm with my eyes to chicks, if she smash, she gone. Hit the roof on fire, man. Just let it burn. If the talking about money, homie, I ain't concerned. I'ma tell you what banks told me, cause go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate, then watch the money pile up. Or we can go upside there with a come on, they know where we be. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. Don't try to act like you don't know who we be, neither. We in the club all the time, it's a problem, pop on. Shady Aftermath.
Zombie Nation, Zombie Nation. Nation.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go from Lumen Field. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. In motion goes Cooks. Now, faking the give. Open man down the field, it's Olave. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try and run for this with Kamara. And he's going to be brought down at the 27, but that's enough. First down as they do it on the ground. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Flacco. A pass caught by the veteran. That's Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They'll run here with Kamara. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Olave is the motion man. Again, it'll be Kamara. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
So can the defense come up with the early stop here on 3rd and goal? In motion is Hill. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal. Here's Blake Groupie for the Saints, a field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35.
Menu narration set to 100. Menu narration set to 100.
Five-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the 1st-round pick from April's draft. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Danny Stutzman there for the stop. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Keep it on the ground with Genty. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A gain of 11 on that walk. 1st down, Seattle.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another 1st down. Look at the 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Genty. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Milrow now off the bootleg. He's got it inside the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Genty will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and I That's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Milroe. Going up top for Evans. And that is incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And it'll be second down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ended up being a wasted down.
On second down, here's Milroe. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Waller. And it'll be third down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
On third down, Milroe. He'll let one go down the middle. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. From the 35, it's first and 10. It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They face second down and 7. They're going to go right back to Kamara. He's inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Alvin Kamara, touchdown New Orleans. It's his second touchdown of the year. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. Once again, it's Genty. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Throwing is Milrow. Forced out wide. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Out of the gun, it's Milrow. Finding room at midfield. And he's out of bounds. Still short of the first down, but he got a good chunk of yardage back with that one.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Jalen Milrow, touchdown Seahawks. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Tucker for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. To throw is Flacco. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. Nothing for a run after catch on that one. Out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
It's one of those times, Mike, where you're actually better off just throwing the ball away. And yes, it's nice to get that reception, but it really just results in a wasted down.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Shaheed with the catch. And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. It's the quarterback with a sneak. And he's going to have a Saints first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Mike, I think the way we've seen the NFL going these past couple years is I think all these quarterbacks, they love when the call comes in for the sideline for quarterback sneak. Hey, coach, put the game on my shoulders. With this offensive line, I'm going to pick up this first down. And that's exactly what they did.
He'll run again. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Olave is the motion man. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
This one gonna be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screenplays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. They'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he's in! Taysom Hill! Touchdown Saints!
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming. Here's Flacco to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Nick Emanwari. Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. A run, Gentile. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Milroe. That is caught downfield by Cup. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big play for Seattle to gain of 43 yards.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, Milrow. Flush to his right. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
On 2nd down, Milrow. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
Again, it's Milrow. He's got it at about the 8. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up. Milrow gonna throw it again. On the run to the right. And he'll take this one in. Jalen Milrow. Touchdown Seahawks. And another score puts them in great shape here in the 4th quarter. Greg, looks like they are on their way to 3 games and 3 wins.
And they say the only thing better than being 2-0, Mike, is being 3-0. And barring something unforeseen here down the stretch, they're going to get their 3rd straight victory to start this season. Can't ask for a much better start. This is going to give them a real good opportunity late in the season to find themselves in pretty good position.
And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. A pair of 1st downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40. Throwing, Flacco. Left side into the hands of Olave. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. So a big one there to start the drive. 35 yards. Here's Kamara. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Flacco. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here's Genty. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. Now they'll try to run the jet sweep. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Third, they need 8. From the shotgun, it's Milrow. Moving to his left. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Woo! And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
Now Milrow on first down. That's taken in by Horton. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. Here's Jones, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
They run it once more with Jones. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. A tough spot here. Third and long. From the gun, it's Milrow. This one caught by Waller. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
So, it's a win here for the Seahawks. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.